Yeah.
I'll fill you in next week.
We're
All
here.
right. Hi, everybody. I am super grateful to have my brother Aaron on our leadership line tonight. This is our 10th installment of the Body Systems series that we have been doing throughout 2021. We've led off every single month with a different body system, just reviewing and reflecting the multiple things and lifestyle tips that you can use to enhance your life and your health. So Aaron is going to lead us through a little bit about the brain and the nervous system, just by way of a disclaimer, and I think he'll probably say this a little bit later too. We are teachers by trade and not health professionals. So obviously anything that we discuss tonight, you want to run past a healthcare provider, and do your own research about. We're going to introduce you to some other things that have kind of opened our eyes and enlightened us to some ways that we can better encourage a healthy nervous system, but do encourage you to continue on your journey by doing your research and consulting the professionals as well. So Aaron Lehman, my esteemed brother, living in California, living the dream in California with his wife, Sarah. He is 40 now, and my youngest brother, so that means I'm 5 years older. And one of the things I'm most grateful to Aaron about is he is a curator of stories, and he represents those in his Our Healing Voices podcast, as well as finds forums for discussion through his retreat giving and leading there in Carlsbad, California. So definitely hit him up on Facebook under Aaron Lehman, or Our Healing Voices, specifically on Instagram, I think is your best connection for that, to increase and kind of expand his community there. So Aaron, thanks for leading out tonight. Appreciate you.
Awesome. Well, first off, to start our workshop tonight, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for stopping by. If you're watching on YouTube, or if you're watching on the Facebook Live, or you're here on Zoom, thank you. Thanks for being on this body, mind, spirit wellness journey alongside us. It really means a lot. It really means a lot. And I do pray and hope that here in this next decade, 2 decades, 5 decades, we can all be a part of a really powerful shift in the direction of preventative and proactive wellness. I would love to see the United States. I would love to see the Western world. I would love to see the whole world prioritize preventative and proactive wellness. Again, there's no perfect path to health, but there are a lot of great strategies that we can all consider as we are figuring out what we want our days to look like and what health we want to choose to have. So on that note, we'll dive into brain and nervous system. I do want to say, and this is kind of a general Aaron Wednesday night, when I do the body system workshop, you get a very, and maybe you hear this from Ange and Andrea as well regularly, but I think for me, one thing I always want to show up with is it's all connected. It's all so connected. Our brain health is so impacted by our nutrition. Our brain health, our nervous system health is so impacted by our sleep. Our brain health, our nervous system health is so impacted by us moving our bodies, right? So all of these different components, our brain health, our nervous system health is so impacted by our stress levels and how we show up for our stress. How do we acknowledge our stress but not get lost in our stress? So we're going to really focus on that tonight. So let's have fun together. And here we go. All right, first off, as Ange said, not a doctor, not a healthcare professional, and I highly encourage you to check in with your provider. I highly encourage you to do your own research, to dive in, explore. I'm really into functional medicine doctors right now, and gathering information and education from functional medicine doctors. It is a more of a preventative, proactive way of addressing health, the functional medicine world, and way more focused on, let's identify what the root cause is. How can we get to the root cause and then fix that up? So then the skin health is better. So then the energy is better. So then the sleep is better, right? So I would highly encourage you to also do your own research just within the functional medicine world, and look for those preventative, proactive approaches, and take those courageous steps. All right, so brain and nervous system. It's a complex organ that controls thought, memory, emotion, touch, motor skills, vision, breathing, temperature, hunger, and every process that regulates our body. The brain and the nervous system are the control centers for everything. The brain is estimated to have about 10 trillion cells. And the nervous system is made up of two separate systems, the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. Together, the brain and spinal cord that extend from it make up the central nervous system, or the CNS, and the peripheral nervous system is the network of nerves that lead to and from the brain and spinal cord. The PNS is also divided into two major parts, the somatic nervous system and the autonomic nervous system. The somatic nervous system controls conscious movements of muscles, such as picking items up. On the other hand, the autonomic nervous system is responsible for movements we do not have to think about completing, such as breathing, digesting, and blinking. On that note, let's take a deep breath together, whether you're live on Facebook or on YouTube or here on Zoom. So if you have an oil with you, I invite you to take a deep breath with whatever oil is with you, as we keep in mind, this autonomic nervous system, the nervous system, brain health really is impacted by our stress levels, by our slowing down, by our, this is the power of these bottles of essential oil that we all are passionate about sharing with others and also enjoying for ourselves and our families. It allows us to slow down and reconnect to our breath. Perhaps it leads you to pray. Perhaps it leads you to give thanks to the earth. Perhaps it leads you to marvel at the 10 trillion cells that make up our brains. Perhaps it makes you marvel at the fact that we can breathe right now. So just slowing things down a little bit, going from, my wife and I have talked a lot about this journey from the fight or flight mode versus the rest and digest state. And really what I'm going to be focusing on a lot tonight, I'll say it over and over again, is that however we can be in that rest and digest state. Stress is not bad when we are working with it, when we're utilizing it like in specific moments. But constant stress day in and day out, from wake up till sleep time, is going to do a number on our nervous system. It's going to do a number on our brain health. It's going to do a number on our overall immune system and the way our body functions. So why does the brain and nervous system matter? Lots of disorders, lots of MS, multiple sclerosis is a disorder that impacts many people, where the nerves in the eye, brain, and spinal cord lose their protective coating. It's estimated that 2.5 million people have MS around the world, and 1 million of those people are in the US. Let's just read that one more time. 2.5 million people have MS around the world, and 1 million of those people are in the United States. So, yeah. So here, United States, right? We have work to do. We've got healing to do, all of us. Parkinson's is a slow progressing disease of the nervous system. It affects 1 in 250 people over the age of 40 and 1 in 100 people over the age of 65. Dementia is a decline in mental ability, which generally progresses slowly. Currently, more than 55 million people live with dementia worldwide, and there are nearly 10 million new cases each year. And Alzheimer's is the most common form of dementia in which certain parts of the brain degenerate, destroying brain cells. Around 60% to 70% of dementia cases are contributed to Alzheimer's. So why does this matter? So these are, I mean, by us being conscious now, making choices today at whatever age you are, or whatever age you're watching this video at, what can we do? You know, and again, if you are challenged by any of these realities, I'm sure you're getting support. If you have family members who are challenged by any of these realities, I trust that they have support. And I also, because this is just how my brain works after 14 years, 15 years of Young Living essential oil use, being a massage therapist, being a yoga teacher, being in this wellness world for this long, my mind always is going to what can I shift? What do I need to change? Is my digestion operating appropriately? What's my nutrition game like? Where is that at? What can I shift? So again, I'm not a doctor, but I would just encourage us all to what I continue to learn on my functional medicine research journey is we can improve our health. We can keep growing in health. We can keep our health intact for a very long time. So here's to you being here. Here's to you being willing to learn. And of course, I'm going to talk about Dr. Mark Hyman for a brief moment, because every time I do a body system workshop, I choose to do this because I want to continue to point people to resources that can teach them, right? I mean, I'm learning from Dr. Mark Hyman regularly. I'm seeing his Instagram posts, checking out his podcast from time to time. And I just thought this little comparison chart actually was pretty cool. Decided to write them both. So the Mayo Clinic on the right and Dr. Mark Hyman on the left, both are recommending exercise for brain health, and which is nervous system health, right? So 3 on the move your body, exercise regularly. These are both highly recommended. So again, I want to encourage you, if you've not been exercising for years, it's just not a part of your reality. If you don't feel like you have any time. I heard from a doctor at UCLA years ago in a book, he said, if you can get up while, at the end of the day, if you can march in place, literally marching in place, going on a short walk down the street and back around your house. I remember my grandpa used to do laps around the basement. He used to do laps around the basement, moving our bodies, doing some basic stretches as I've been supporting my mom on her wellness journey here as of late. She is getting in touch with new realities, new physical movements, and really just encouraging her to embrace the need for movement. Here the last couple of days, I've been sitting at my desk doing more work than I'm used to, and I've realized, like, whoa, Aaron, you got to keep moving. You got to keep stretching. You got to keep, right? Because what's that doing for our brain health? I mean, it's bringing oxygen to all parts of our body, our brain. And let me just read quickly from Dr. Mark Hyman. You don't have to hit the gym every day. Mark Hyman, he says, I definitely don't, but I do make time for movement and play. Yoga, tennis, bike rides, whatever you love, do it. Exercise improves memory, learning, and concentration. Exercise creates brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which is basically miracle grow for your brain. When you exercise, your brain becomes more elastic. Exercise also helps to improve your mood, boost your energy, and reduce overall stress in your body and mind. And he doesn't say it there, and it promotes sleep. I know when I'm not doing my normal fitness game, like my sleep is not as wonderful. So, I want to get to the end of the day feeling like tired and ready to sleep. So moving your body, both Mayo Clinic and Dr. Mark Hyman. On the right, Mayo Clinic says eat a Mediterranean diet. Just Google that and you can get the details on what exactly that is. But Mediterranean, we're thinking Italy, we're thinking lots of vegetables, lots of olive oil, lots of avocados, lots of nuts. But yeah, look it up if you want to learn more about Mediterranean diet. Dr. Mark Hyman on the nutrition piece Both the first and the second one: eat fat, protein, slow carbs, stop poisoning your brain with sugar, no additives, preservatives. I spelled that wrong. Thank you. High fructose corn syrup. So what is, I ride my bike past the donut shop every day, right? And how often am I choosing to get a donut, right? It's just it's the little things, right? Even my personal journey with alcohol consumption, right? Figuring out how much, where's my moderation story at? What, if I am choosing to partake, like what's that looking like, right? Paying attention to my consumption, because that's impacting everything, right? It's impacting my brain health, my nervous system health, my overall immune system health. So from Dr. Mark Hyman on the actual nutrition, he says, he suggests that 75% of your plate by volume should be filled with colorful plant foods. These colorful superfoods come loaded with brain boosting stuff like phytonutrients. Enjoy an array of colorful plant foods like blueberries, dark leafy greens like kale, Swiss chard, spinach, watercress, and arugula. Also eat plenty of fat. 60% of your brain is made up of DHA and omega-3 fat that you can get from algae and fatty fish. So nutrition, game changer. Sleep, also a game changer. Relaxing and calming the mind, meditation, huge. Okay, both, like for me, relaxing and calming the mind, finding out what works for you, right? Whether that's breath work, whether that's yoga, whether that's getting out in nature, just sitting out in nature, just huge impact on the brain, right? As we take care of our mind. Again, Mark Hyman, 95% of all illness is caused or worsened by stress. So we'll say it one more time. 95% of illness is caused or worsened by stress, and stress hormones damage the hippocampus, which is the memory center in the brain. So we want to do what we can to alleviate that fight or flight energy, that stress zone. Learn how to actively relax. To engage the powerful forces of the mind on the body, you must do something. You can't just sit there watching TV or drinking beer. Try meditation or learning something new. So relax and calm the mind. Highly recommend that. Over on the Mayo Clinic side, stay mentally active. So again, learning something new, staying engaged in learn something, whether it's a language, right? Engaging your brain, engaging your mind in those activities. And then the last one, number 5, is remain socially involved, connect, right? Remain socially involved and connect. Both of those are like community centered. It's going to be a lot easier on our mental health, brain health, nervous system health, stress levels, if we can find community that we feel safe with, that we can feel like we can connect with and build relationships with. And Mark Hyman doesn't even say it, but the Mayo Clinic, yeah, juices, exactly, Ange. You're definitely rocking some serious Mediterranean diet tonight. I see some greens and some carrot juice. Awesome. This sleep piece, I actually was watching a YouTube video, listening to a YouTube video while I was working on some of the slides tonight. And sleep, game changer, which, guys, this is why this essential oils world, this natural wellness world is so huge, right? Nutrition is so huge. I mean, all of these pieces, how much technology am I consuming right before bed, right? All of this is impacting so much. What are my go-to essential oils for rest, right? If sleep allows my brain to recover and heal overnight, it's going to be super helpful. I do want to just, let me just read this from the Mayo Clinic, and then we're going to dive into these oils. So sleep plays an important role in your brain health. There are some theories that sleep helps clear abnormal proteins in your brain and consolidates memories, which boosts your overall memory and brain health. It is important that you try to get 7 to 8 consecutive hours of sleep per night, not fragmented sleep of 2 or 3 hour increments. Consecutive sleep gives your brain the time to consolidate and store your memories effectively. So again, talk with your healthcare provider, do research, be like, all right, what are some sleep tips, right? If you find sleep to be challenging for you, Dive in. There's so many ideas, and there's gonna be something that works for you, whether it's an essential oil that your friend uses. You know, if you're watching this and you don't sleep well and your friend sent you this video, like, ask them, hey, what are like your top 3 essential oils for sleep? I know that that's going to be huge for my brain health, my overall immune system health. What do you recommend? And then you can get those ideas and start seeing what works best for you. We're all unique, right? Anne uses different oils before bed. She uses different oils to give her energy. She uses different oils for different things. And so, as do I, right? So we're all unique. All right, so on that note, we'll move into essential oils. So, Andre, every time I've assisted her on one of these workshops, she talks about going into pubmed.gov and doing some research. And honestly, you could type in any of these essential oils that are listed here, and you can say frankincense essential oil for brain health, cedarwood essential oil for nervous system health, right? And literally you can find bits of research. It's not as full, right? Because there's not massive funding coming from universities to research and figure out how we can use these oils to then replace drugs. So it's, this is a reality. It's lacks funding. It's not at the highest of priorities. So that being said, there have been clinical trials have showed evidence for a range of physiological and psychological responses to the inhalation of essential oils. Blood pressure's been impacted, respiration rate, cortisol serum levels, and brainwave composition accompanied with relaxation, contentment, and alertness feelings. The ability of EOs to trigger different neural pathways without having the side effects of synthetic drugs makes them potential alternatives for treatment of mental illnesses, including depression, anxiety, and dementia. Yes. So again, this research piece says in clinical research, there needs to be more clinical research done to promote the development and acceptance of essential oils being used more widely. So let's talk about a few tonight. I'm not going to go into all of these. I'm going to just highlight some of the ones because I would be here for a long time, and I'm not going to run you through all those. But please screenshot the single oils, screenshot the blends. I'm going to start with ylang ylang. Okay. Recently, this is I literally Googled ylang ylang brain research, right? And recently, an interest in the usage of ylang ylang oil as a therapeutically active agent has grown considerably with regards to medicine. The ylang ylang oil has been used as an antidepressant in cases of depression and nervousness, as well as used for reducing blood pressure in the case of hypertension. Inhalation of the ylang ylang oil led to a decrease of blood pressure and an increase of subjective attention. So again, breathing these oils in, impacting the olfactory system, impacting our emotions, impacting our stress response, bringing us out of the fight or flight state into a rest and digest state, which is good overall for our brain health and overall body health. So ylang ylang, specifically, if you are already familiar, ylang ylang, originally native to Southeast Asia. Ylang ylang is now also grown in Madagascar, the Comoro Islands, and Ecuador. Belonging to the custard apple family, a mature tree can reach a height of up to 39 feet and produce thousands of vibrant, fragrant yellow-green blooms. Traditionally used in hair formulas to promote shiny, lustrous hair, ylang ylang essential oil has a sweet floral aroma that was historically believed to balance yin and yang. A common ingredient in perfumes and personal care products, ylang ylang essential oil adds a luxurious and romantic aroma. So, helps create a calming environment when diffused, also supports with skin, also helps with hair. So for me, ylang ylang, and I've also heard it's a decent aphrodisiac. I have read that before. which probably also, I didn't do research on that tonight, but I would imagine that sexual health would impact the brain health and the nervous system health as well. So ylang ylang. What I would just say on that one is, how can we use these, right? When I'm thinking about essential oils that are going to benefit my brain health, I'm thinking about sleep, right? I'm thinking about grounding. I'm thinking about digestive, right? I want to be able to, for me, I want to be able to digest my food. I want to have a healthy nutrition system, digestive system. And then also, I'm also thinking about fitness and exercise, right? If I'm going off of what the Mayo Clinic and also Dr. Mark Hyman are recommending, and I'm literally just going down that list of those pieces, I'm literally looking at oils and saying, oh my gosh, lavender, yes, please, for rest, because I know lavender is going to help me relax at the end of a day. Perhaps that's not your go-to, but that's my go-to. Perhaps you're a frankincense before bed, or you're a cedarwood before bed. I know all of us, perhaps we'll go to I'll add some blends up here too. Perhaps you're into Valor, right? I love Valor on the back of my neck. I know a lot of people love Valor. So again, I'm focused because I am less sciencey and more just matter of fact, just want to like detail it out for all of us. We're thinking about what the Mayo Clinic and Dr. Mark Hyman recommended, right? Which it's like, move our bodies. So what of these oils can support us to move our bodies, right? I know that aromaceas, I know that deep relief are great ones. I know that helichrysum is great for body. I know that a lot of the for me, like pine, cypress, a lot of those tree oils, copaiba, a lot of these tree oils are really good for post-workout, pre-workout, kind of getting me in that movement mindset. So peppermint in the diffuser definitely is going to make you want to do some movement exercises. And literally if you haven't done exercise in a long time, start with 5 minutes tonight. This, you don't have to, this is all about baby steps and progress, right? It could start with 5 minutes for the next 2 weeks. And then you could work up to 10 minutes 2 weeks from now. This is huge shifts. So again, both Mayo and Dr. Mark Hyman are saying exercise, move your body. So again, you and I were going through these oils and identifying like what will support me, what will help me on that front. As far as relaxation goes, stress levels go, right? Stress levels are impacting my brain health, my nervous system health. So for you, as you're looking at these, what are the most relaxing, stress relieving oils for you? What jumps out at you? Is peace and calming relaxing for you? I know it used to be very relaxing for my niece. I know that my wife, when I first started dating her, she lived in New York and we were doing the long distance thing when I was in Arizona. And she used to love me greeting her at the airport because I had peace and calming on. I smelled, and she used to say I smelled like health. And it's a super relaxing scent, which again is allowing our brain to move out of this stress. Stress causes 95% of health challenges, brain health challenges, overall immune system health challenges. So how can we gather some tools over these coming days, right, that are going to help us come back into the rest and digest, right? Last week on Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday, I literally was stressed out about this class. A week later, I already had nervous energy growing inside of me for this class tonight. And now here I am. And I had to tell Sarah, I'm already stressed out about next Wednesday night. And tomorrow night, I'm helping do a workshop. I was already stressed out. And I'm like, hold on a second. It is Thursday. I'm not even guaranteed tomorrow, right? We're only guaranteed the moment, but today. So what am I stressing out about next Wednesday, next Thursday, a week ahead? So what oils can I use to help remind me, right? Frankincense essential oil is a huge one for me. I also just recently purchased sage essential oil, also to help me ground, help me cleanse. So let me dive into brain power, or let me read actually about rosemary before we go into brain power. But rosemary, it is concluded, previous literature, it is concluded the most important components of rosemary, which are medicinally and pharmacologically active, are rosmarinic acid, carnosic acid, and the essential oil. These compounds can provide promising natural medicines in the treatment of the nervous system pathological conditions, including anxiety, depression, Alzheimer's disease, epilepsy, Parkinson's disease, and withdrawal syndrome. So that's rosemary. That's off of Rosemary and Brain Health and going to PubMed. And that was an article that I found today. So again, just continuing to think through, right? What's going to inspire us to sleep better, right? And what essential oils, what blends, what singles can I use to support my rest at the end of the day, right? What oils and blends can I use throughout the day to keep stress levels from going into this fight or flight, right? There's no grizzly bear back here, right? There's no grizzly bear in the yard. And yet sometimes I walk around through a day feeling like there's a grizzly bear in the yard, you know, and I can, and I'm just being honest, right? That the journey, the mental health journey for all of us is like, okay, I have a grizzly bear thought, not a real grizzly bear, but you know what I mean? Like a stress thought, and it grows through, how am I using my essential oils to find calm, right? How am I using my essential oils to not go into that extreme stress land, which then causes havoc on my whole body, my whole immune system, my brain health. Okay, so that's Valor. And you want to chime in anything here on blends and oils?
I'm just keeping an eye on the time. I don't know how much you have.
Sure.
You've collected a lot of great data and great info on this. Somebody asked for the web address in the chat, and I just want to tell you that you can Google search just the letters pub, P-U-B, med, M-E-D, PubMed, with whatever you want to research. And those are open files. It's a .gov site, open files that you can see small studies up to large studies that have been completed. Definitely get familiar with research and talking with people in the field about the products and the things that you're curious about.
Awesome. Yeah. So I think, and on that note, I think the piece that to ponder, the piece to continue to ponder is like the mind-body connection, right? The mind-body connection. Our body is listening to our thoughts, right? If I am verbally working myself all day in my brain, right? So I need to do whatever I can to, and there's lots of options out there, right? I mean, there's prayer, there's meditation, there's therapy, there's nature time. What am I going to do to lessen the impact of the stress thought, the mean thought, the critical thought about myself, right? This is really, I mean, for me, brain health, as I've been learning the last 15 years, I mean, it's all so connected, right? When my mental health is out of whack, my sleep can be out of whack. Then I don't have energy to work out. Then I don't really want to hang out with anybody, right? And then I'm like forgetting to put my oils on or putting my diffusers on, right? Because I'm not connecting with anybody. I haven't moved my body in a while. My nutrition game, I'm feeling too lazy to make a meal for myself, to put a salad together, even though it takes me 3.5 minutes, right? But I'm just feeling lazy. So how do we, take those Mayo Clinic tips, take that Mark Hyman tips and just kind of combine those together and then be like, all right, so what oils for sleep, what oils for digestion, what oils for relaxation, what oils for stress relief, what oils for mental health, what oils for exercise. All right, so now we're going to move on to supplements. And I did a little better job of putting these into sections, just so you could visually see it a little bit. Kind of how I was visioning this, just from after reading about the brain health piece, the nervous system health, that it's really about sleep, right? And then if you look up mind and gut health, like if you look, you can find a lot of good research on like mind and gut, the connection. Okay, the connection. I've had I remember cross country growing up. Before races, high school, college, before races, my stomach would just be like in knots. I remember my dad talking about before he'd go out to sing at a choir concert growing up, he used to regurgitate, and so this mind gut connection is real. There continues to be more and more research coming out. So, that a lot of folks with gut health challenges actually there's like traumas. There's actually traumas that are causing extra stress on the system that's still in there. And so again, I'm not going to do a 30-minute presentation on that, but looking at mind gut connection is going to be huge. So Young Living supplements, what supplements can I use? What supplements can I take a look at to explore, right? To explore and support myself in these different zones, right? We know that hormones impact sleep. We know that hormones impact immune system. So what Young Living supplements, what Young Living oils can I use in order to take better care of my hormones? Right? What oils, what supplements can I use to take better care of my endocrine system, right? So that then I'm functioning in all these other zones, right? This all impacting each other. So again, I wrote some down here. PD 80-20, Endogize is also another one. Here's what it says about Endogize. Endogize is a daily women's supplement powered by a blend of minerals and ginger, myrrh, cassia, clary sage, and Canadian fleabane premium essential oils. These ingredients are combined with ashwagandha root, which is known to enhance communication within the endocrine system. The result is a woman's balancing formula that supports a healthy and balanced endocrine system. So again, huge for brain health, huge for immune system health, huge for nervous system health, right? It's all connected. Hormones are impacting how our cells are showing up, are impacting how we're sleeping, are impacting the energy we have, energy levels, right? If our hormones are all out of whack, maybe our energy is not there to want to work out, like it can impact or move our bodies or go on a little walk. So hormone support, digestive support. Essential Zymes 4, I decided to pull up just again on your Young Living. If you're brand new to the Young Living world, you just log into your account and you can just use that search bar and search these and find out more about each of these supplements. Again, it's wild as I'm like going through these different supplements the Young Living has. I'm like, whoosh, I feel like I should be taking all of them, but again, I'm not. I've chosen specific ones that I'm like, yes, I'm definitely doing that one, right? So you get to decide, right? You get to decide, again, based on what's your nutrition story like. If your nutrition story is on point, or if it's semi on point, or if it's not very on point, right? That will impact the supplementation that you may choose for yourself, right? To support your brain health, your immune system health, your nervous system health, everything, right? So again, we're all on unique journeys as far as wellness goes. So Essential Zymes 4 aids digestion, with dual enzyme capsules infused with ginger, fennel, tarragon, and anise premium essential oils. These capsules are used time-release technology. The plant-based enzymes are designed to release immediately upon entering the stomach, where the environment is conducive to the digestion of plant material. The animal-based enzymes are designed to target release in the lower intestine region, where the environment is better suited for the digestion of animal fats and proteins. In combination, these two capsules aid in the digestion of dietary fats, proteins, fiber, and carbs for optimal nutrient absorption. So again, there's the optimum nutrient absorption. Optimum nutrient absorption. I mean, nutrition, right? Both Mayo and Dr. Mark Hyman are like, hey, take a look at your food. Take a look at what you're putting in your bodies, right? Just get honest, just get real honest, look in the mirror and take a look at so digestive support, maybe adding in one of the enzymes if it's not a part of your current reality. Essential Enzymes 4 is what I just was reading about. I personally like to use Detoxzyme over here. Yeah, but thinking about how can I support my digestion, because I know that my gut is also impacting my brain health, right? I know that what I'm putting in to my gut every day is going to impact my brain health. So nutrient absorption, let's get that as good and as great as we can, right? So adding in the enzymes can help break down that which we're eating, and then our body can use what it really needs. Healthy sleep. I put on there ImmuPro, Sleep Essence, OrthoSport massage oil. Again, you could look at any of the massage oils, but point being would be like, go to town, like grab your foot, give your foot some love before bed, massage some oils into your neck. It's preventative and proactive wellness. We have to do some interesting things. Like I've been working on healing an Achilles tendon situation, and I'm like, every morning, every night, I'm like, all right, CBD muscle rub, where are you at? Right? CBD muscle rub, pulling that out. Valor, where are you at? Aroma Seeds, where are you at? And I'm massaging that on that spot. So again, thinking about healthy sleep, what's going to help you sleep? Sarah and I like the ImmuPro. I've heard other people love Sleep Essence to support them. I'm not taking ImmuPro every night. It's not something I'm choosing to do, but definitely worth, if sleep is a challenge. And again, you get to sort through, right, what habits you have currently that may be impacting your sleep, right? Maybe it's nutrition. Maybe it's not having like an exercise routine. Maybe it's stress levels, right? There's a lot of different possibilities. Maybe it's screen time. Maybe it's too much like tech time right before bed. So again, you kind of be the investigator on your own life journey right now, and be like, all right, what do I need? Like I need to shift some things. Do I just need to try this ImmuPro? Do I need to start massaging myself before bed? Maybe stretching before bed just to help relax. Lots of really cool relaxation meditations on YouTube that you can find. There's also some really great, the Insight Timer is a lot of friends recommend that as like just a relaxation meditation, calming energy for the end of the day. So finding some sort of a routine that helps you sleep well is going to be huge for the brain health. Nutrition. Again, I actually do Super C. I do multi-greens. I have run out of turmeric. I need a little bit more turmeric. I'm out of that. I do the Super Vitamin D, and I do Ningxia Red. And I've done Mineral Essence here and there. I haven't fully committed. But again, you look at yourself, right? It's like, all right, where's my nutrition game at? Am I getting all of this through what I'm eating? Or I probably need to supplement. So figuring out what supplements you want to add to the mix. Yeah, okay. And then the last piece, just overall immune system. Let me just share about MindWise, Sulfurzyme, and multigreen. So MindWise, again, mind, right? There we go. We got the brain, nervous system. MindWise uses a combination of fruit juices and extracts, turmeric, and premium essential oils to create a heart and brain function supplement with a taste you'll love. With generous amounts of vitamin D3, this premium supplement is equipped to support normal brain function and overall cognitive and cardiovascular health. Supports normal brain and heart function, contains a high proportion of unsaturated fatty acids and omega-3 fatty acids. It has bioidentical CoQ10, all studied for their beneficial properties. So again, good supplement to consider mind-wise. Sulfurzyme is all about what I always think of with sulfurzyme. MSM is all about like, all right, how can I decrease the inflammation in my body, right? And sulfurzyme is a part of that journey, right? Inflammation wreaks havoc on our systems. So how can, sugar, it's like sugar causes inflammation, right? So what can I do? What can I add into my body to lessen the inflammation in my body? Sulfurzyme is recommended. Sulfurzyme contains a unique blend of Ningxia wolfberry fruit powder and MSM, which is a dietary sulfur that bolsters the joints, aids the immune system, and helps support normal metabolic function, circulation, and bone, hair, and skin health. So again, sulfurzyme is also great for those of us who are choosing to do fitness and choosing some sort of an exercise routine. So if that's you, if you're physically able to do a little bit of movement every day, sulfurzyme could help you as you're getting into your routine, whatever that looks like for yourself. And then lastly, multigreens. I'll share briefly. We're having a train party this afternoon. I guess it's prime time train time. So multigreens and super vitamin D are a couple supplements that I love. Multigreens delivers a combination of invigorating greens such as spirulina, alfalfa sprouts, barley grass, bee pollen, Pacific kelp, and more to support overall health and well-being. So again, provides energizing greens. Okay, so greens, right? We were recommended Mediterranean, and we recommended super plant forward, colorful plants. So multigreens could be an important one if you're not doing a whole lot of plant foods currently. And then super vitamin D, I'll throw that in there just as like I've heard and seen research on how vitamin D levels impact mental health. And you could Google that. You could look on PubMed, but like vitamin D levels impact so much of our health story. So if we're not getting outside and getting adequate sun, like how can we supplement? So let's just quickly take a peek at these, and you can screenshot these recipes for the nervous system. Roll on 7 drops of brain power essential oil. I meant to tell you about brain power and then forgot. Brain power has cedarwood in it, frankincense in it, lavender, and melissa. All are warm, comforting, creates an ideal environment for studying. A lot of people like brain power for that. So you could make a roll-on with brain power, helichrysum, and vetiver. There's an option. There's also a grounding body spray, Idaho blue spruce plus valor. Game on. Those are 2 lovely options for all of us to consider. Again, grounding body spray, right? How can we come into, like, we don't want to be in the fight or flight mode. There is no grizzly in the backyard, right? So we're doing whatever we can with these oils, with these supplements, with prayer, with meditation, with relationships, with exercise, right? We're doing whatever we can to come down into our bodies and breathe safely, breathe consciously, and find relaxation. All right, some foods. Again, you could definitely just Google Mediterranean diet. Again, I think the biggest piece that I want to emphasize with regard to nutrition is do what is sustainable, right? I think oftentimes, like, it's, and I got this from an interview I did with one of my former students who's a dietitian, and he's like, dude, it's got to be sustainable. If your sister can't eat that all the time, if that's not realistic, if it's not realistic, she's not willing and realistically can't do it, right? So do what's realistic. Like, start with what's realistic. Add a fruit, a vegetable per week, right? don't try don't try to like massive overhaul, and then after 2 weeks you give up because you miss your cookies or whatever you love, whatever sugar thing you love. For me, donuts. Like, find something sustainable, find a nutrition plan that is sustainable, that's long lasting, that's going to be the most beneficial. You want to find little shifts that you can make.
You
These
about
great,
8 minutes, Aaron. About
yeah,
8 minutes. Just your
totally. Thanks.
timekeeper. You're doing awesome. I just love what you're saying, and the fact that I'm feeling a little bit braggy because I got a Mother Earth bowl from Picasso's tonight, so it was super easy for me to get some walnuts and some dark leafy greens and some fatty avocado in my salad. It's I made a commitment a few months ago that one meal a day was going to be plant based, not necessarily without protein, but at least salad of some kind, so that I was consciously increasing my vegetable intake. So thanks for those little hints
Yeah.
about making small steps toward a different habit. I do know we have a few people listening over on Facebook, and one woman said tonight that she's completely cut out sugar. Sometimes with habits like that, you have to just go cold turkey, and commit yourself each and every day to that decision from then on out. And I think that's where affirmations come into play, especially when it comes to our bodies, our nervous system, our brain health. And I love that this is a great slide to screenshot for people who are looking for kind of getting out of flight or fight and really believing truly, I am calm, I am safe, I love life. Those are all really great reminders. This is awesome, Aaron.
Huge. Yeah, I don't need to add anything on that. That's, yeah, definitely screenshot that, and may we continue. Again, find what works for us, find what works for you. We're not a one size fits all, and what Ange does for her relaxation versus what I do versus what Nicole does versus what Amanda does, right? We get to find our unique blend. This is just good. Reflexology, great place to put essential oils, great place to, like massage onto a partner, massage onto a child, massage onto yourself, right? Take those oils and really, take a drop a few times a day, whatever we can do to just stay on the earth and in our bodies and in our breath, is going to be huge for our brain and nervous system health. Some compliant testimonials. I think pretty compliant. After stressors popped up in my life, I noticed I was starting to get more brain fog than normal. So much so that my husband thought I might be developing Alzheimer's. Began to take MindWise, along with applying 2 to 4 drops of brain power once a day on my wrists, neck, forehead, and temples. Took a couple of weeks to really notice the change, but now I have clarity that I haven't felt in over a year. That's awesome. Next one, a friend's son had continued attention problems in school, and after trying some modern medicine that failed, she came to me for help. Started applying 2 drops of lavender under his big left toe 6 nights a week, 1 drop of vetiver under his right big toe, 1 drop of brain power on the back of his neck 6 nights a week, and layered 1 drop of sacred frankincense over the brain power. In 2 weeks, she started noticing changes, and a month later, her son took the same tests as before she started this protocol, and she got an A. He got an A. She continues to use this protocol on her son, and he continues to get A's and B's on his report card. So again, I mean, I believe that. I 100% believe that, y'all. Like, it seems wild and out there, but it is huge. It is huge. These oils are huge, like game changers as far as grounding and relaxing us and reminding that we're safe on the earth, reminding us to breathe and stay in that rest and digest state. Again, lots of options for you. Hopefully you screenshotted or wrote down some of the oils or supplements that were mentioned. You can kind of decide what works best for you. If you are brand new, you can, when you order 100 PV or more, you do get free shipping, free economy shipping, which is awesome. 190 PV promo adds in a free oil. So that's pretty awesome. And I'll actually have Ange just share briefly about subscribe to save, and then we'll close out.
Awesome. So if you have not taken advantage of becoming a loyal customer with Young Living by ordering monthly, this is actually the best and most effective way to try a variety of products without like overblowing your budget, right? So you can commit every month to ordering 50 PV, personal volume, of product, anything that you want each different month. You can order some things regularly, once every month or once every couple months, or you can just change out your whole shopping cart on your your subscription cart, to be able to earn back loyalty rewards points. You just need to order 50 PV a month at the minimum, but like Erin said, by bumping that order to 100 PV, then you'll be guaranteed free shipping. And of course, over that 190, 250, 300, even 400 this month, will give you benefits and bonuses, free product back into your pocket. Last but not least, prayer and meditation. Obviously, our issues that we're facing with our brain or our nerves, not obviously, but it may, for those of you who are familiar with the work of Louise Hay and people who talk about a body, mind, spirit connection, you can find some really relevant kinds of things there. For example, if your brain represents a computer or a switchboard, and so it's failing in some respects, then how do we start to embrace that you are the loving operator of your mind? How you're communicating with ease and with joy will also maybe help recenter some of those new thought patterns or affirmations. And of course, you can go to the scripture texts that are listed there from the Bible for how to reset or train your mind to focus on things beyond what's obvious, I think is the best way to say that.
And Ange, really quickly, I know you're an AFT maestro, and just really thankful for the work you're doing with Aroma Freedom Technique. And I honestly believe when I'm thinking like brain health, mental health, like I'm like, you.
Thanks for the shout out. Yeah, for
you top
sure.
on my mind for sure.
Yeah, so I think, again, habits, right? Habits that we're forming, decisions that we're making, intentions that we are setting, those are all held into alignment by our ability to release or dissolve negative thought patterns. So Aroma Freedom helps you do just that. You can check our recorded classes from last week. I offered one of those sessions, and so you can get all the tips from that recorded session, or reach out to me on Facebook. I am running a last 90 days challenge to really help people kind of hone in on what hasn't been working the last 18 months and what they want to choose to focus on for the coming year. So this is sort of a blend of reflection and intention and preparation for what's to come in 2022. If you have not gotten started with products yet and you are new to Young Living and want to be a customer, please reach out to the person who invited you to this class tonight, or contact us in the info, because we would love to welcome you. The best value for you is to get a diffuser plus 12 oils. But if that feels like you just want to start with one something, definitely take a listen, figure out which one of the products resonated most with you tonight, and you can certainly become a customer. You can unlock savings by adding that product to Subscribe to Save, or by placing a 100 PV order in your first order.
So on that note, thank you for being here. Really grateful. Yeah, whether you caught this live or on YouTube or on the Facebook page, yeah, just grateful to be on the journey with you. Here's to the little baby steps that we can take every day, right? Start tonight. If it's 5 minutes of movement, just literally basic stretches, arm circles, some gentle stretching, whatever right? Just start small. Nutrition shifts. Next time you go to the grocery, add something off of that list in. Once you get on your Subscribe to Save, or you're placing an order this month, or if your friend is helping you get started, like just, okay, what do I need? What can I shift? And just add a few things to your cart that you know will help you move in the direction of greater brain health, nervous system health, and overall immune system health. On that note, I will be transitioning into an intro to business call. So those of you who are curious to know about how you can share health and earn an income, hang on for a second, and I'll reboot and get started with that workshop. Anyway, to the rest of you, blessings. Wishing you wonderful finish to your week. And Ange, thanks so much for helping.
Yeah, you're welcome. And just to answer the questions in the chat, Um,